Hey everyone, so now we are going to talk about these assignments down here, and I want to make sure that you understand where you need to do things and how you need to do it, okay? Because they can be a little tricky just because it is an online course and it's not in person. So first I want to talk about these student-led discussions. So if you hopefully watched my other video that kind of walked you through the Blackboard page, you noticed, and I mentioned in our very first module on our very first week, those assignments at the bottom consist of picking choices for your student-led discussion, okay? The other assignment is also a discussion board, and it's an activity. It's really fun, so I'll show you where that is. But I normally teach this class in person, okay? And when we're in person, this is a lot easier to do. But I'm hoping that by doing it this way, it makes it a little bit easier since we're online. So you need to pick topics that you would potentially want to do a discussion that you lead. All right. So if you'll notice, it tells you to go to the discussion board. So we're going to go to that discussion board. So here's that pick 3 activity. Okay, that's also there. Here are the topics for your student-led discussion. So again, normally how this would work is in person, you pick a topic and then you're assigned a class where you come in and you lead a discussion on this topic. You tell us about it, give us lots of good information, and then you come up with some sort of activity for your classmates to do to engage with the information they just learned. Since we are online, we have to do this a little bit differently. But first, you are going to just pick your topic like you normally would. Okay, so I want you to pick 3 topics and rank them. Number 1 being the one you really want, number 2 is next, and number 3 would be your last pick. I have topics here that I've listed that you can pick from, but you do not have to pick any of these topics. You can pick other topics as long as they fall into the time frame that we are learning about and they are appropriate. I don't care what the topic is. I want it to be something that you find interesting. Okay, so that first week, by the 31st, you need to come here, create a thread, okay, and here are those instructions again, the list, and you need to post number 1, 2, and 3. 3 topics that you potentially want to do this assignment on. Okay, and then submit. This is first come, first serve. Okay, so the quicker you do this, the better chance you have of getting the topic that you really, really want. I will say in the past, I don't really normally have students who pick the same topic. Every once in a while, I will. Every once in a while, I have to give someone who posted second their second choice. But most of the time, it's not an issue. Okay, so once you do this, once everyone in the class has done this, I'm going to create a list of everyone, their assigned topic, and the day that they need to do this assignment by. And then I will create an announcement and I will give everyone that information. Okay? So when it is time for you to do this assignment, you know what your topic is, you know when you need to do it by, you are going to come to student-led discussions, and here are your instructions. Okay? So it talks about the assignment, it talks about how you need to do it, because again, we're not in person together. So I want you to do some sort of PowerPoint or other computer programming type of presentation, okay? Or just record yourself talking. I am totally fine with that too, but you need pictures. So if you're going to do that, you need to show me pictures somehow, okay? And there are lots of free programs out there you can do this on. ScreenPal is what I use to do these videos. You can do PowerPoint with voiceover, You can, like I said, just record yourself on your phone, talking, holding up pictures, okay? Whatever is easiest for you, I am okay with. as long as you include these things here that you need to include in this presentation, all right? And then you still need to come up with something that engages your classmates. So I have some ideas here, all right? Again, I'm pretty open, but it needs to be something that your classmates can do, all right? So they will watch your video, listen to it, and then they will do whatever it is that you created. So it's something that you need to link with your post when you do this. And this just gives you an idea of what I'm looking for when I grade it, okay? Your classmates can earn extra credit for replying to your discussion, for doing the thing that you created for them to do. So maybe you create a word search that you attach with your presentation, and they do it, and they show proof that they did it, and they talk about it. Cool, they get extra credit. Maybe you create a Kahoot and you share the link, and they play it and they show proof that they played it. Cool, they get extra credit. Maybe you have them watch a video and you post 4 questions with that video, and they reply to your post and answer those questions. Cool, they get extra credit. Okay, and you can get extra credit for replying to other classmates' student-led discussion. Okay, so here are those instructions, what you need to do, what I'm looking for, and ways that you and your classmates can get extra credit on this assignment. When you have done this, or you want extra credit, you are going to go back to discussion board, and this is where you are going to turn it in or reply to a classmate in hopes of getting extra credit. So underneath those topics, that post, you will find this one that just says student-led discussions. Post your completed student-led discussion here. This is where you are going to turn in your completed student-led discussion. Okay, you will create a thread. You will post your PowerPoint with voiceover, your ScreenPal video, whatever it is, and your activity. Okay, so a link to a game, a crossword, questions, something, and you are going to submit it. This is also where your classmates will find your student-led discussion, or you will find theirs, and then you can click on it and reply to it. Okay. If you have any questions about any of this, please reach out to me. Also, for quizzes, when you click on quizzes, right now you see nothing. That is because they will not appear until it is time to do them. Okay, so I will make an announcement when it's coming up to remind you. You will also see in those modules and weekly folders when you have a quiz. Okay, and you will find them here. For your final projects, you will click on final projects. Okay, these are not due until the end of the semester. Students really like doing these. I like seeing what everyone comes up with. Don't wait until the very end of the semester to start thinking about it and to do it, okay? It is 2 parts. One part, you are going to be creating something, and the second part, you will have a written portion of that creation or topic, okay? So here are all the instructions, and then what I'm looking for when I grade it. You need to upload both part 1 and 2 right here by December 7th, okay? But again, because we are not in person and we do not have a class period for you to share your final projects, you are going to post your part 1 and information on it in a discussion board, okay? This might be a picture of what you created. This might be an audio clip of what you created. Okay, it depends on what you make. You will see that I have lots of ideas here on things that you can create. but again, I am open to other ideas. You can always just run them by me if you have questions. No PowerPoints, please. The whole point is to be creative. And I don't care what your topic is, as long as it is something that, again, falls into the time period of this class and it's relevant, it's something we've learned about, or just coincides with something we've learned about during this time period, that is fine. Okay? So, December 7th, you're going to post your whole project, part 1 and 2, right here. But on December 7th, you also need to post your part 1 in the discussion board. Okay, so if you go back to discussion board and scroll down, you will see final projects. Please post and explain your part 1 for the final projects here. Okay, so you will create a thread and you will post, like I said, a picture, an audio clip, something of what you created, and tell us a little bit about that. Okay, you also need to reply to 3 classmates by December 11th. That is also in these instructions. This is part of your grade for your final project. Okay, you will lose points if you do not reply to classmates. Okay, so the project is due December 7th. You need to turn it in and post to Blackboard, and then you need to reply to 3 classmates by December 11th. Okay, you want to tell people what you think of their projects. Everyone works really hard on them. You want to hear what other people think of your project. You want to be able to talk about, what you learned, your feelings on these topics, just all the different insights and perspectives into this topic. Maybe someone's thinking about this topic in a way that you've never thought about it, or just things like that. Okay? But all the instructions for that are here. So please let me know if you have any questions. Lastly is extra credit. Okay, so again, sometimes replies to things are going to get you extra credit. Replies are mandatory for the final project, but replies for the student-led discussions get you extra credit, okay? Another way you can earn extra credit is by reading a book on a historical topic of this time period and doing a write-up on it. You can find instructions for that more if you click on this link. You can also go to a historical site or a museum that has something to do with the time period and do a write-up on it, and you will find more instructions for that through this link. Please let me know if you have any problems.